Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBN, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Bojanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Knicks, Barrett is out there with Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Randall in at the four-man position. Porzingis finds Doncic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task. Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Finney Smith. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Here's Randall. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Hardaway. Randall outside, just 5 to shoot. Trying his luck from deep.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Fires from 14, and Doncic gets it to go.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Payton. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. He knows one key will be slowing down the big Latvian, 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis, who possesses that unprecedented combination of size and ball skills. So they'll try to be physical and try to keep him bottled up as much as possible. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Payton passes to Gibson. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
That one goes in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Payton the bounce pass. Now, here's Barrett. He's tightly guarded. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Finney Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Doncic. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Brunson covering. Here's Knox. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development. Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Now here's Curry. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Brunson. Robinson with the block. Here's Ntilikina. Brunson covering. Ntilikina can't hit.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Brunson, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Ntilikina. Brunson covering. Outside Portis. Passes it to Knox. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, you look at the length of Knox, Doris, his arm span, his frame. He can be a handful.
No doubt. Kevin Knox is able, because of that frame you talked about, to shrug off contact and muscle through most players. His reach allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. So in terms of the physical metrics, you love what this guy brings to the table.
Pass to Kleba. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Curry. From deep. Robinson pulls it in. Here's Ntilikina. That one drops for him.
This is critical to Ntilikina's development. Nice drive right there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 3. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from.
He gets up at 3, 4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock is out there with Portis. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the point. Here's Curry with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. His promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Here's Ntilikina. Johnson covering, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Ntilikina. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans after trading away Porzingis. They were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking. They refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Now here's Bullock. D right on him. Shoots a 3. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 4. Runs in the pass to Jackson. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the pass to Curry. Buries it down low. Timeout. Curry's got 5.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
New York calls timeout. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Porzingis. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Kevin Knox is checked in for Harkless.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
And the shot is good.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Pass to Doncic. Over Payton. And another basket for Dallas.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
1:15 left in the first half of the game. Here's the teardrop. It's good. Payton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'll tell you, pull out the floater when necessary. Elfrid Payton pretty.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Porzingis inside. Randall on him. Can't connect from short range. Payton outside. Pass to Knox. Down low. Here's Randall. No good on the shot. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Marjanovic. They shoot again. Right side Hardaway. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Marjanovic. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that does it for our halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. You've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr. Whoa!
Payton against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. And so here is New York. 6-point game. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded by Hardaway. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Payton. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Payton against Doncic. A floater. Marjanovic. A tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Payton looking it over. The pass to Gibson. Now Randall, guarded by Marjanovic. Porzingis with the block, and he gets it back. Randall no good.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Portis comes in for Julius Randle. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And Ellington is subbed in for Payton. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
Pass to Bullock. Back to Ellington. Shoots over Brunson. No good off the back of the rim. And the Mavericks with possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside. Brunson's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Now Ellington. Back to Knox. Shoots. That's good on the jump shot. He's got 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Brunson, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Portis in the post. Here's Robinson, and he banks in the layup.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Brunson scanning the floor. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. For 3, Bullock hits the three-point bomb. Bullock's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Baseline J on the way. Curry's shot is off. Knicks trail by 10. Out to the right wing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Bullock. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Here's Knox. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Alfred Payton is out there with Barrett. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Knox in at the power forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
Knicks trail by 13. Now here's Payton. Passes it to Randle. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. And here is Hardaway. Just 4 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Payton kicks to Barrett. On the 3 off target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Hardaway, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Doncic outside. Hardaway with it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Knox misses. Mavericks leading by 13. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
True on the 14-footer.
Well, Kevin Knox can score at all 3 levels, showing you the mid-range game right there.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. This is checked in for Knox. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in. Knicks trail by 13. Payton kicks to Randall. Harkless on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Mavericks on D. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Randall. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Now Harkless. Pass to Barrett. Dishes it to Payton. Outside Gibson. And the pass to Harkless. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
Curry's checked in for the Mavericks.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 14. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Pass to Marjanovic. The rebound by Gibson. And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doris. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense, Kevin, when you consider this young man has been playing as a pro and against men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap.
Finney-Smith passes to Curry. Dallas needs to get off a shot. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Curry. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Barrett with the ball. Curry meets him. Gibson finds Payton. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, in this day and age, assertiveness as a scorer from a young point guard is critical. Payton on the catch and shoot, no hesitation.
Now here's Curry. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.